What up, what up, what up? How's it going, guys? My name is Tony SLUMZ. I'm a producer, writer, and engineer. And today we're going to be talking about loops. Now, I never really was a big fan of loops, or more importantly, like splice and stuff like that, because I really like collaborating. I like knowing who I'm getting the loops from. And with the internet lately, it's been a lot easier to get loops that I like from people that I already like their sounds, and just, like, kind of weird, but I like knowing where it's sourced from, for lack of a better term. And a few weeks back on Twitter, I was working on a loop and I decided to post the stems of it, and I basically did an open call, like, yo, who wants to hop on this, who wants to collab? And luckily I got three great producers who hit me back. The homie Johnny Keys, one of the neighbors, a newly frequent collaborator, Sounds by Coop, dude's a beast, great drum kits, and a new friend, Noel, who we just met through Twitter. Really like his sound, really like what he does with his music, and he, call to action, jumped on it and stuff like that. So I shot all three of them the loop, which was my Heathens from my Sounds from the Den loop kit, which is already out, available at my store, TonySlumz.com. If you want it, cop it. If you don't, don't. So what we ended up doing, or what I ended up hearing when I started messing with all four of these different sounds, was the diversity in it all. So all four of us came out with a completely different beat, but you can still hear the DNA of where it came from. So what I want to do for everyone who's watching, of course, is we're just gonna go through them, man. I'm gonna start off with my own, which is more boom bap driven, and it has honestly the original melodies all kind of put together and shit like that. I did it on Machine, utilizing MK3, and I think I use a lot of Contact and mostly a lot of the Contact library, and I think I even touched a bit of the actual Machine library for the saxophone. So here's the first one. So mine, like I said, it's more of the actual build-up. I'm boom bap driven, so the drums are more boom bap heavy centric, so to speak. And that was kind of where my style was at. It wasn't like too much messing with the melodies, because I had the midis and I wanted to keep it true to what I initially started off with. Second person, Johnny Keys. Johnny Keys took like a darker kind of R&B flip to it, I guess. Like you can hear a lot of harmonizing on it. So let's check that one out.
Keys on a beat, yeah.
Man, but they're still kind of driven. I like how we really focused on the saxophone or trumpet. I don't even know what instrument that is, honestly. And he used that kind of as the bass melody as well as the keys, and I know he added like a little additional texture to it, so I really love the texture on it. I could hear someone like, I don't know, maybe even Black rocking with that one. Next one is No. So No, when Bananas adding additional elements to what I already had it in there, and you know what, just check it out. So right off the rip, I'm a sucker for vocal chops, man, and the way he added on that, I couldn't even think to add that type of stuff on there, man. So I was a big fan of it. I like how he preset like the hook the way, or like, you know, the drops are gonna come in with that additional like hard bass, just dun dun dun. It was a lot more developed on it. I don't know if I can hear a top line on it. I mean, I would love to hear someone rapping on this one or even singing on this one, but it is a little bit it's fun. Like, honestly, it's fun to listen to. So I think my homie Manners might actually have something for this one. So we'll see exactly what goes with it. And last but not least is the Homeboy Sounds by Coop. I shout him out a lot because I use a lot of his drum kits, and he ended up coming out with this one, High Energy. And yeah. So the homie Coop, I don't know if it's the clap or the fact that he utilized what I love the most out of this whole beat. It wasn't really the strings or the sax. It was that pixie staccato kind of mix. The dun 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 dun. It reminded me of like some 2001 Dre type shit. And then the high energy drums that brought into it. It was just kind of like a reprise of an old Dre beat, like brought into the new era, you know what I mean? Just really high energy and shit like that. And that was really, it was really fun, man. So I hope y'all enjoyed this. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And for anyone who's already on my mailing list, you guys will be actually receiving all 4 of these beats ASAP. So if you're already on the mailing list, you already got them. If you're not on the mailing list, go to TonySlumz.com at the very bottom. Join the mailing list, man, because I'll be doing a lot more of these, and you know, you'll have access to free beats, free loops, exclusive beats that aren't on my store or aren't even on YouTube or anything like that. And you know, everything else that's coming out a lot more with the Empty Lot Carnival brand. I mean, we got music from Young Man, Milio, whole BHM clique, myself, the homie Ill Static, and myself got a little something off the tuck that we're working with, and we started kind of expanding our network too. So we're gonna be working with a lot more of the extended family, like Conductor Sheehan, and of course Kin Selection, which is Anthrops, Stephen Strange, and Phoenix. So there's gonna be a lot of stuff coming, man. So I highly recommend y'all join the mailing list, or at the very least, just subscribe to this, turn on notifications, because I'm gonna keep y'all abreast to everything that's coming out, man. So again, thank y'all very much for watching. Thank y'all very much for your time and attention. And you know, hopefully see y'all soon.